What's up my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're making two more winter style cocktails. A couple of weeks ago I shared a compilation of 3 and you seem to enjoy it. And because winter is far from being over, because there are plenty more winter style cocktails worth sharing, I thought it would be a great idea to share 2 more. The ones that we're gonna make today are completely opposite in terms of flavor profile, but they're both inspired by winter or cozy winter-like vibe, and they are freaking delicious. So without further ado, if you are ready, let's dive in and let's go make some winter style cocktails one more time. Let's go. Alright, so before we jump into the recipes, both cocktails we're going to be making today are Truffles on the Rocks original. So you never had them before because I never shared them before. The first one is going to be the Winter's Veil, which is a gin blackberry sour with a hint of winter flavors with rosemary and a delicious herbal liqueur, and all that wrapped up in a comforting velvety disguise. It is a crowd pleaser, I guarantee. So to make it, we're gonna start with 1.5 ounces of Empress gin. And for those wondering, I'm not using Empress for its color today. The main color of the cocktail will be provided by the syrup that we're going to use in a couple of seconds. I'm actually using Empress for its flavor profile. It just goes really nicely in this drink. But if you don't have Empress and want another option, I would recommend something a little bit light on the juniper and maybe something slightly floral or citrusy. That would be really nice. So second, we're going to need 3/4 ounce of a homemade blackberry syrup, which is simply made by blending equal parts by weight of fresh blackberry and water. Strain that mixture through a cheesecloth, weight that yield and add the same amount by weight of sugar. Stir until dissolved or blend it one more time if you want to speed up the process. Bottle it up and keep it in the fridge, and it's going to be good for about 2 weeks. Next, we're going to add 1/4 ounce of Green Chartreuse, 1 full ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice, 1 small rosemary sprig, and 1 egg white. Next, we're gonna dry shake. And finally, we're gonna add 1 big block of ice and shake it one more time, 10 to 15 seconds. I'm gonna fine strain it in a cocktail coupe. Look at that color. So nice. I'm gonna add 3 blackberries on a pick for the garnish. And there you have it, the Winter's Veil. Cheers. It's crazy how all the flavors work together beautifully in this drink, but what's even crazier is how a small amount of rosemary enhances tenfold the flavor of the Green Chartreuse without making it overpowering. Also, for me, rosemary is just the ultimate herb that reminds me of winter. Its fragrant, piney aroma and flavor instantly evoke the image of a cozy winter night in a cabin by the fire. And this drink does exactly that, with a little bit of a refreshing vibe as well and a whole lot of velvety texture. I love it. Now let's go make the second cocktail, and like I told you, it's going to be completely on the opposite of the flavor spectrum. Let's go make the Frosty Serenade. This one's a riff on a mean fiddler from the Dead Rabbit, and if you are familiar with this complex smoky cocktail, chances are you will recognize the template because the build is quite similar. The result is a drink that's even smokier with a hint of minty flavor for some winter magic. So to make it, first in a mixing glass, I'm gonna add 1.5 ounces of Talisker 10, or your favorite smoky or peated scotch, 3/4 ounce of Drambuie, again 3/4 ounce of sweet vermouth. I'm using Coquille di Torino that I thickened with some gum arabic. If you wanna know how to make this, I'm gonna link the video up here. Next, we're gonna add 1/2 ounce of Fernet Branca, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and 1 generous dash of cinnamon tincture. Now we fill the mixing glass with ice, stir it for 20 to 30 seconds. Strain over ice, preferably a beautiful block of clear ice. Garnish with some cocktail cherries on a pick. And there you have it, the Frosty Serenade. Cheers. The cinnamon here, my friends, I'm telling you, is super important in tying all the ingredients and flavors together. So it's very important you use it. But if you don't have a cinnamon tincture and if you don't want to make it, then I would recommend to use bitters that's very cinnamon forward instead of the Angostura, and it should do the trick. Also, some people sometimes find that smoky or peated scotch are a little bit harsh, but here, because the drink is slightly on the sweet side, it kind of transforms that harshness into something that's very smooth, in lack of a better word, comforting and mellow for an overall cocktail that's super bold, but at the same time, very easy to sip on. So I love it, and I hope you're gonna love it too. But my friends, this is it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe before we go, to turn that bell if you want to make sure not to miss the next one. And until then, thank you very much again. Have a great day, and see you very soon. Cheers.